Good day to you. We are on another line in Psalm 23 today. It is, "You anoint my head with oil." Now let's talk about that before we go into the rest of it. Remember, the Lord is our shepherd. He's guiding us. He takes care of us. He guides us through the valley of the shadow of death. We fear no evil. We have His staff and His rod that both corrects us and runs off the enemies. And when we get hungry, He prepares a table to feed us, to nourish us. And while we're eating, we sit down and He said, wait. Here's some oil for your head. Now, we're on a journey. We don't have a strength like the shepherd. We don't have wisdom like the shepherd. We don't have the staff like the shepherd, but we have the shepherd. And He looks at us, and I hear all this talk online about not being a sheep. Don't be a sheep, but we are called to be our good shepherd's sheep. And it's not just a blindness, it's not an ignorance, it's not a powerlessness per se, because of this line. Our good shepherd, Jesus, anoints our head with oil. We, the meager sheep, the humble sheep, He, the powerful, all-knowing, all-guiding shepherd, king, He anoints our head with oil. What does that mean? That's what happens when you announce somebody's royalty. And Christ is king, but He's also our brother. He's come to be not just over us, but with us and in us. The Bible talks about Christ being our veil. Instead of hiding God, when we have the oil anointed on our head, when we have the veil of Christ in front of us, when people look at us, they don't see us, hopefully, they see Christ. And so when we are anointed, that means that we are chosen. That means that we have a job to do. We're no ordinary sheep. We are a part of the flock of Christ. We are a part of the body of Christ, and we have a job to do in this world. And it doesn't mean we go around bleeding and banging and ramming our heads against things. It means that we, in a tumultuous world, walk with peace, with the peace of Christ, with the love of Christ, with the knowledge of Christ, with the very testimony of who the King is. And so when He anoints our head, we become His representatives, His ambassadors to the world to show the character of the King. And so it's not just a poor me Christian. It's you have been chosen, you have been promoted, you have been raised up, you have been lifted up. And a lot of times it takes that lostness of being a sheep for Christ to say, okay, now you're ready. Because you know how to follow, because you know how to depend on me, now you can lead in the world. And so if you're watching this, I want you to say to yourself right now, I am anointed. Did you say it? Say it again. I am anointed. You're anointed by Christ to do His work in the world, and that doesn't mean that you need to become a preacher, though we need more of them. It doesn't mean that you go out and proselytize or try to convert people on the street. It means that you bear the kingship with you wherever you go. And that might be while you're at your job. That might be while you're in your house. It's the everyday ministry of everyday saints that have been anointed. So, let's say it again. You anoint my head with oil. Let's go back to last one was, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. Let's go from the top with the little cheat sheet behind me. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me on paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemy. And today's, you anoint my head with oil. Okay, let's try it without the cheat sheet. Okay. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me on paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. Okay, now you try it. Log off the internet and make good use of your time. There's no wasted time in memorizing scriptures. I'm with you. I'm for you in Him.